Totally worth. Oh, shit. All right. I'll have a look at the Evoker talent tree. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to see what this raid buff is. Oh, did I just skip over it? Evoker. Ooh. Ooh, okay. The Preservation Evoker is one of the 2 new specs. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look-see here. See what we got. So... Evoker and Preservation and Devastation. Reversion. Repair an ally's injuries, healing them with 12 seconds, so hot. When reversion critically heals, the duration is extended. Interesting. Wonder how many of them you can keep up in later gear. That sounds interesting. Dream Breath. It's not, doesn't say limited to 1 player, does it? Instant as well. Dream Breath. Inhale, gathering the power of the dream. Release to exhale. Healing 500 allies with 30. Oh, now we can see what the charge-ups do. Do they do something interesting? Oh, it just changes the cooldown. Oh. Oh, that's disappointing, Blizz. I hope that gets changed. Yeah, it's a stronger heal with a shorter cooldown. Echo. Wrap an ally with temporal energy, allowing them to raid for 3 weeks continuously for 18 hours a day. Jesus. And causing your next non-echo healing spell to cast an additional time on that ally at 70% of normal healing. Oof. That's a nice little that's a nice spell actually. I like that. That's cool. Essence Burst. Living Flame has a 20% chance to make your next Essence ability free, so I assume that's your filler spell. Temporal Compression. Each cast of Bronze spell causes your chat to keep calling you Bronze player. Huh. It also causes your next Empower spell to reach maximum level in 5% less time, stacking up to 4 times. Oh, so you can use Temporal Compression to make your Dream Breath better. Bronze Paw. That's cool. That's cool. So you got an instant cast version. That's nice. Or practically. So to make your next Essence ability free. Okay, so mana conservation. Rewind. I like this stuff with time. This is nice. A 4-minute recharge. Okay. Borrowed time. 50% of damage taken lasts 5 seconds by all allies in 40 yards. What? Always heals for at least 160 spell power. That's crazy. Time dilation. Stretch time around an ally for the next 8 seconds, causing 50% damage to take to instead be dealt. Okay, so an even better pain suppression. Get fucked. Life Giver's Flame. Fire Breath heals a nearby injured ally for 8% of damage done. Spirit Bloom. 30-second cooldown. Divert spiritual energy, healing an ally for 565% of spell power. Splits to injured allies in 25 yards when empowered. These sound like fun spells. This sounds like when Mistweaver came out. And they had all like interesting, fun, different abilities. The Emerald Communion. Another channeled spell. So how many channeled spells so far? 1, 2, 3. The other ones weren't channeled, right? So it's 3 channeled spells so far? Okay. Commune with the Emerald Dream, restoring 20% health and 2% mana. Oh, it's like, it's a mage thing. Every 1 second for 5 seconds. Evocation. Overhealing is transferred to a nearby injured ally. Oh, that's cool. So you heal people while you're regenerating your mana. That's cool. That's pretty dope, actually. I was just going to say the healing would usually get, like, wasted, but the healing doesn't get wasted. That's pretty nice. Castable while stunned, feared, or silenced, yeah. Alright, so you get to choose one here. Spirit Bloom's cooldown is reduced. Spirit Bloom increases your essence regeneration rate by 100% for 10 seconds. Okay. The fluttering seedlings. Ooh. Emerald Blossom sends out 3 little spermies when it bursts. Healing allies up to 30 yards away for 90% of spell power. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, feel my splooge, baby. Essence Strike. As your strike has a 50% chance to cause an Essence Burst, making your next Essence ability free. Oh, some DPSing going in. Good. The Golden Hour. Reversion instantly heals the target for 15% of damage taken in the last 5 seconds. Cool. Just in time. Time Dilation's cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. I was waiting for that with that big cooldown it had. What was it? It was 1 minute, yeah. 2 seconds each time you cast an Essence ability. Delay Harm. Time Dilation delays 70% of damage taken. Yo. Temporal Anomaly. 6-second cooldown on this. Send forward a vortex of temporal energy, healing 3 injured allies within 15 yards every 1 second. Okay. Last 8 seconds. So you get like a Divine Star Hot. That's pretty cool. Dreamwalker. You're able to move while communing with the dream. Emerald Communion increases your maximum health by 20% for 15 seconds. Oh, that's the one that also heals people for the overhealing as well. Flow State sounds good. Gain a 30% chance for one of your fluttering seedlings to grow into a new Emerald Blossom. Yeah, healing Frozen Orb. Yeah, it sounds good. Living Flame of Fire Breath deal additional damage and healing you to 1% of your max health. Echo replicates 30% additional healing. That's good. Nosdamu's Teachings. Temporal Anomaly can be cast instantly. Modifies the cast time. Yeah. Temporal Anomaly heals 40% more in 40% less time. This Temporal Anomaly has got a lot of modifications to it. Time of Need, a 2-minute CD. When you and an ally fall below 20% health, a version of yourself enters your timeline and heals them. What? For 230% spell power, your alternate self continues healing for 8 seconds before returning to their timeline. That's sick. That's really cool. That's a really... I mean, it's just a fucking guy that spawns, but the lore behind it's actually pretty fucking cool. They came from what? They came from Warlords. Yeah, like, you can break it down. It's just a bro that comes out and puts out a heal, but the lore of it's pretty fucking cool. Sarah, Sag. Rescue increases the effectiveness of your next Dream Breath by 40% on your next Living Flame. Okay. Lifebind. Rescue temporarily bonds your... Did I miss Rescue? What was Rescue? Is that a base ability? Probably. I don't think I saw Rescue. Yeah, it's in the general tree. Okay, we'll see that in a second then. Rescue temporarily bonds your life with an ally, causing healing either of you to receive to also heal the bonded partner for 40% of the amount. That's 5 seconds. Okay, so we get like a binding heal debuff or buff. That's cool. Sacral Empowerment. Consuming a full temporal compression grants you Essence Burst. Exhilarating Burst. Each time you gain Essence Burst, your critical healing is increased by 50%. Ah, so that plays into the earlier tree. Cool. Grove Tender. Dream Breath, Spirit Bloom, and Emerald Blossom cost 10% less mana. Yeah. Your Empower spell's maximum level is increased by 1. Imagine mana still being a fucking thing. Rewind's cooldown is reduced by a minute. Rewind has 2 charges, but its healing is reduced by 50%. Okay, so that's a math problem. Disintegrate generates 1200 mana over its duration. Reversion has 2 charges. Oof, getting a little dull down here, team. Inspire me. Reversion time dilation echo lasts 2 seconds longer. Oh my god. I assume this is the bit that's getting some iteration later down the tree. Your healing is increased by 15% on targets with reversion. Allies healed by Dream Breath are healed for an additional 10% over. So fucking hell, what an awful row. Wow, that's bad. Oof. Alright, what's the big winners? 1 minute cooldown. Dream Flight. Taking a deep breath. And fly to the targeted location. Healing all allies in your path. Oh, we got another Fuck, Chi Torpedo. Healing all allies in your path for 400% of spell power immediately and 250% spell power in 15 seconds. Fuck yeah, dude. Multiple charges, baby. Let me just torpedo all over the place. A 60-yard range. Well spotted, Ander. Whee! I can already hear Crusher fucking popping that. Whee! Whee! Here I come. Here comes the Crusher Ball. Get ready for huggies. Whee! Stasis, 1.5 minute cooldown. Causes your next 3 helpful spells to be duplicated and stored in a time lock. You may... oh, that's alter time. You may reactivate stasis anytime within 30 seconds to quickly unleash their magic. That sounds great. That sounds great. Huggy Wuggies! Somebody's got to have that stupid onesie glam, right? That stupid fucking onesie mog. Be a big-ass fucking chonker Tauren or whatever. Oh, they have to be a Dracthyr, don't they? I don't think you can make chonkers, can you? You can't make a chonker Dracthyr? Oh, bummer. That's disappointing, because what you want is the big chonker. Well, they said maybe, like, later on they'll give... they might expand Evoker to other races. Because I want to see a big chonky boy come whirling across the battlefield. Right? I want to see that. I want to see a chonker. Gammon toy? Gammon might work. Gammon might work. Gammon might save us. You'd have to macro in that spell to Gammon. I want to see the chonker come flying over like a big airship bomber. The cycle of life. Emerald Blossom leaves behind a tiny sprout, which plays Final Fantasy XIV for the next 3 months. Jesus fucking Christ. These devs are going all in. Can't argue with that. Emerald Blossom leaves behind a tiny sprout, which gathers 5% of your healing power over 10 seconds. The sprout then pops. And he heals people. Okay. So what did they get baseline then? Expunges. Okay, that's the spell. Expunge toxins affecting an ally, removing all poison effects. Are they not getting flat dispel? Let me see. Rescue. Fly to an ally and heal them. Okay, so you get to do the flight anyway for 25 yards with rescue. What was rescue's modifiers? It was down here, wasn't it? Rescue temporarily bonds your life with an ally. Oh, okay, so you leave this behind. Scarlet Adaptation. Store 20% of your effective healing up to stuff with burst. Your next damaging living flame consumes all stored healing to increase its damage dealt. Oh, okay. So if you have to do some spam healing, you get a nice damage burst off the back of it. That's pretty dope. Obsidian Scales, 2.5 minute CD. Reinforce your scales, increasing your armor by 200% and reducing magic damage by 20%. Nice. 2.5 minute CD. Okay. Oof. Landslide. I think I've seen this before. Conjure a path of shifting stone towards the target location, rooting enemies for 30 seconds. Isn't that an enhancement shaman spell? I think it was. Yeah, don't spoil Sarafex. We're getting there, man. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've seen this ability before. Not so good. Disintegrate channels 20% faster. Not sure what that is. Permeating Chill, but it's another channeling spell. So that's you can have up to 4 channeling spells. Okay. Your damaging blue mage spells reduce the target's movement speed by 50%. Okay, so we got slow. Onslide CD is reduced by 30 seconds, and it can withstand 200% more damage before breaking. Innate Magic. Essence regenerates 55% faster. Okay. Obsidian Scales cooldown is reduced. There it is. See? Still 1.5 minutes, eh? Living Flame deals 5% more damage and healing. Okay. Quell. 40-second CD. Interrupts an enemy's spell casting and prevents any spell from that skill. So we get interrupts over here. Okay. Recall. You may reactivate Dreamflight. Deep breath within 3 seconds after landing to travel back in time to your takeoff location. Dreamflight, is this not the same as Rescue? Interrupt the healer. So it's a base. Okay, so it's a base spell. All right. The Clobbering Sweep. Tail Swipe. So that's I see that's an AoE stun. Heavy Wing Beats. Wing Buffets. Cooldown is reduced. That's a knock. Did I get knockback? I assume that's a tail... it's like leg sweep and a knockback. It's cool that they're getting Wing Buffet. Tailwind. Hover increases your movement speed by 70% for the first 4 seconds. The Cauterizing Flame. Cauterize an ally's wounds, removing all bleed. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering where that was. And heals when dispelling something. Nice. Successfully interrupting an enemy with Quell generates essence. Your magic damage done is increased. Magic damage only, it looks like there. Okay. Tip the Scales. 2-minute CD. Compress time to make your next empowered spell cast instantly at its maximum power level. Modifies the buff duration. Okay, so you get an emergency heal there. So that's cool. Healing done and healing received are increased by 2%. Okay. Sleepwalk. Incapacitate an enemy for 20 seconds, causing them to sleepwalk around you. Damage has a chance to awaken them. Confusion. Your stamina is... Oh, God. Ew. Disgusting. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, hover lasting longer. I think that's the one that allows you to cast spells on the move. Emerald Blossom heals 2 additional allies. Okay. Fire Breath's instant damage is increased by 10%. Jesus Christ. This... While above 75% health, your movement speed is increased by 10%. Source of Magic. Redirect your excess magic to a friendly healer for 30 minutes. When you cast an empowered spell, you restore some mana to them. Oh, that's nice. We're sharing. Hey, we're sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. I would never give that to any of our healers, though. I would give that to Ross. I'm concerned about his mana usage. He's been hitting the sauce pretty heavy. He's been hitting the sauce pretty heavily. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to give it to any of the healers. They can look after their own mana. That's part of their job. I'm not making it... I'm basically become a crutch. I don't want to be a crutch. Healing yourself with Living Flame reduces the cast time of the next Living Flame by 40%. Okay. Unravel. Sunder and enemies protect... You can have a lot of buttons. One thing I'm noticing is you can have a very fleshed out action bars here. Sunder an enemy's protective magic, dealing 5% of spell power. Spell frost damage to absorb shields. Oh, that's cool. You can bust through some shields. Azure Strike has a cleave component. A pressing roar. 2-minute CD. Let out a bone-shaking roar at enemies in a cone in front of you, increasing the duration of crowd controls that affect them by 50%. In the next 10 seconds. Wow. Removes 1 enrage effect from each enemy. A pressing roar's cooldown is used by 20 seconds for each enrage dispelled. Interesting. I mean, that sounds pretty juicy for some Mythic Plus, doesn't it? I mean, there are some... That sounds pretty intriguing. What an interesting take on the classic CC model. Short CD as well, for how effective that could... Well, it's got a modifier. A pressing roar removes 1 enrage effect. Okay, so that's the further talent tree for it. I really like this, actually. Not just because it's not discounting the competitive side of it. If you're healing or whatever, and you notice that like someone in your pug, looking at it from a more casual perspective, you notice that your pug, your monk or whatever, has actually done a really good CC moment. That you could toss this out and then like help it out. That's really cool. Like, oh, that was a good CC moment, and you could throw it out and help out the group. I really like this. Fly with me, come fly and fly away. Swoop to an ally and fly with them to the target location. What? How does this... Oh, see, now I want the alpha again. I kind of want to try this out. Do you choose a person and then you get another choice of where to go? Or do you choose a place and then the person? Interesting. Nice fruit of power you've got there. It would be a real shame if something was to happen with it. But I mean, it's not like Life Grip hasn't been in the game for years now. It's not going to modify that kind of stuff together. Person, then place. Huh. That's kind of fun. Lush growth. Green spells restore more health. Cool. The flame, renewing blaze. The flames of life. It's a bit broken. Let's have a look. Got a clip of it. Hey, Teddy.
That's so. That's so broken, man.
Did he choose it with his mouse? So he chose the player. How did he choose this location? Because he didn't even... Yeah, he chose the player. I don't think it's his cursor, because he doesn't see the location before he starts moving. Because he lands up here, so he did not see this landing location. Did he choose it on the map? No.
That's so broken, man.
Holy shit. Doesn't look like a cursor marker, because he wasn't... He didn't have visibility of this place when it started moving. Yeah, he's already moving before it came into visibility.
Setting to zoom out more. I feel so fucking.
I think we need to reposition. After this happens, I'll take Dorky back to the middle.
Oh, nice. Oh, that was so sick.
Yeah, he must be choosing the location first. Did I see him do it?
To zoom out more. I feel so fucking.
I think we need to reposition. After this happens, I'll take Dorky
there.
back to the middle.
Is that where he chose it?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that was so sick.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure your tank's really.
Oh, is that the marker for the channel? Is this the in-game one?
Tank really doesn't. You just pick him up.
Looks good. Fuck off, ducks. Jesus Christ. That's a fun ability. I like that you could take somebody who's stuck and do some things with them rather than just life grip them to your location to move them where they need to be. That's a really nice modifier on that idea. That's sick. Don't complain about the ducks. Alright, Lush Growth, Green Spells, the Flames of Life surround you. Yeah. Leaping Flames. Fire Breath causes your next living flame to strike one additional target per power level. Okay. Overall was the one we saw before. Aerial Mastery, Hover gains additional charge. That's really sick. You and your ally are protected from harm. Absorbing damage equal to 30% of your max health for 5 seconds. Is that if you fly with me? It just says you and your ally. Yeah, that must be from Fly with me. Yeah, okay. Renewing Blaze's cooldown is reduced by 30 seconds. While its initial effect is active, you receive 20% increased healing from all sources. Alright, the big ones. Dream Flight Stun. Devastation Stuns. Requires deep breath. Time Spiral. 2-minute CD. Bend time, allowing you and your allies to cast their major movement ability once in the next 10 seconds, even if it's on cooldown. Huh. That's an interesting cooldown. Yeah, that's a really interesting cooldown. They've got some really good twists on classic ideas in here. Like, really genuinely good twists. And Zephyr. 2-minute cooldown. Conjure an updraft to lift your party members with 25 yards into the air, reducing damage taken from AoE effects by 20% and increasing movement speed by 30% for 8 seconds. Wait. What? Oh, it's only party members. So it's a 20% AoE damage reduction and stampeding roar. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff here. I mean, 20%, that seems a lot. I mean, it's limited to the party, and I can't see you bringing 4 evokers. I can't see you bringing 4 evokers to a raid group. I mean, it'd have to be a pretty niche thing going on where you need that kind of stuff compared to the cooldowns of other classes, where like both of them are required. But that's cool. What's the bronze buff? That's what I've not seen. 4 evokers, 4 rogues. That's always like the conspiracy theory of stuff like this, but like unlikely, very unlikely. It'd be a really, really niche. It'd be a really super niche scenario that causes that. What did they get in Devastation? Pyre. Lob a ball of flame. Boo! Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. The Ruby Essence Burst. Your living flame has a 20% chance to cause an Essence Burst, making your next Disintegrate, Pyre, or Charge Burst free. Cool. As your strike has a chance to cause an Essence Burst, making your next Disintegrate... Oh, it costs no Essence. Okay, so... this is... That comes from Living Flame, and that comes from Azure Strike. Okay. Volatility. Pyre has a 30% chance to flare up and explode again, so some cleave. So they're doing the same as they've done in the others. It's like AoE focused and single target over here. Disintegrate deals more damage. Jesus Christ, this talent tree is so fucking boring. Holy fuck. Essence Burst stacks 2 times. Pyre's Essence cost is reduced by 1. Holy shit. Compared to the healing one? This must be unfinished, I would hope. Red spells deal 5% more damage and healing. Erupts with Draconic Fury. Okay, 2 minutes. This is a 2-minute cooldown. Erupts with Draconic Fury and exhale pyres at 3 enemies within 25 yards. For 14 seconds, Essence Burst chance to occur is increased to 100%. Dragon range lasts 6 seconds longer. Blue spells deal 5% more damage. Okay. Living Flame deals 40% increased damage and healing, but its cast time is increased. Ruby Embers. Living Flame deals 20% of spell power damage over 12 seconds to enemies, or restores 40% of spell power health to allies over 12 seconds. And stacks 3 times. Power spells reach maximum level in 20% less time. Empower spells increase your essence regeneration rate by 50%. Lasts 2 seconds per empower level. Okay, here we go. An actual thing. Eternity Surge. Alright, it's got a cool name. We're believers in this one. 30-second CD. Focus your energies to release a salvo of pure magic. Spell frost damage to an enemy. Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. I mean, sounds like a scuffed fell bombardment. Alright. Firestorm! Oh, that sounds juicy. 20-second CD. An explosion bombards the target area with white-hot cinders. Doing damage over time. No, it's not Flame Strike. It's white. I'm not trolling. These spells are fucking garbage so far. I'm not trolling. At least in my opinion. These are fucking boring. Essence Burst has a 10% chance not to be consumed. Your Empower spell's maximum level is increased by 1. Okay. Quell's cooldown, which is Interrupt, if I remember right. Am I right on that? Yeah. 20-second cooldown on Interrupt. Increase your Essence to 6. Essence abilities reduce the remaining cooldown of Eternity Surge by 1 second. Eternity Surge crits grant you Essence Burst. Alright, Charge Blast. 15-second CD, baby. Expansion Moored Bolts. A bolt of concentrated power from your mouth. Blah. Yeah, Essence is combo points. For 100 of at 1 enemies. Azure Strike increases the damage of Charged Blast by 100% for 3 seconds, stacking twice. 1, 2, blast. 1, 2, blast. Snapfire. Living Flame has a 12% chance to reset the cooldown of Firestorm and make your next one instant cast and deal more damage. Pyre reduces the remaining cooldown of Fire Breath by 2 seconds. Fire Breath deals 20% more damage over time. Azure Strike's damage is increased by 15%. It searches twice as many targets. Charge Blast deals 10% more damage. Charge Blast has a 40% chance to instantly reset its cooldown. Fire Breath reduces the cast time of Living Flame by 30% for 4 seconds. Ruin. During Deep Breath and Dragon Rage, you gain the maximum benefit of Mastery. Giant Killer, regardless of target's health. Okay. Focus your Iris. Disintegrate increases your damage done to the target by 5% for 4 seconds. A 4-second burst window. Get chonked. Alright, big ones at the end. Boom. Damaging an enemy with Pyre or Living Flame extends the duration of your Fire Breath damage over time by 1 second. Dope. Tyranny. Fire Breath and Eternity Surge reduce the remaining cooldown of Deep Breath and Dragon Rage by 1 second per empower level. Scintillation. Disintegrate has a 6% chance each time it deals damage to cast a level 1 Eternity Surge at your target. Okay, I mean, this is placeholder, I imagine. I hope, anyway. Because compared to the healer one, the Preservation Tree was significantly better than this. Like, almost hilariously so. This is awful. At least for me, this is so boring. But maybe the base toolkit is good enough, whatever. But yeah, this talent tree seems horrendously bad. Like the preservation, I think the preservation one looks awesome. This looks super fun. This looks way more fun. Loads of cool stuff, loads of interesting abilities. There's some filler in there, but for the most part, the healer tree is fucking legit. The preservation one though is ugh. Oh, the devastation one is yikers. Absolutely yikers. I'm right? Oh, thanks. That's been confirmed by the internet. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Winners. There are pretty solid lists to get inspired by, I guess, but I don't think you need legendaries and stuff to be inspired to not just make things that do 5% more damage and healing. I feel like this is going to be worked on and some new stuff. What they might be doing, and it might actually be a smart play, is they're waiting for people to piss around with it and kind of feel where the class is missing something. It's like, oh, okay, but this scenario really sucks for Devastation Evokers regularly, so now we can maybe modify that a little bit. Healing is always a sort of set in stone kind of situation of what scenarios the healers are going to run into. So it might just be a case of they overwhelming people and see where they can fit it in, rather than give people like Draconic Meteor, where your dragon turns into a burning ball of flame and scrapes across the earth, burning everything in its path and roaring like the might of fucking Zeus itself. And then be like, oh, okay, we're taking that back out of the game now. So, do you know what I mean? Yeah, that would be cool, but they probably don't want to give nuclear weapons to you and then be like, yeah, okay, that was too much, we need to pull it back. You know what I mean? That would be the thing there. Well, so far, everything looks really cool. Everything looks fucking awesome.